4 hours to live, the loved ones I love will come.
Wow. That's so deep.
So if you are not there, then it's clarified. I know.
I see.
Wow.
Jaffa, give it to us, your last words for today.
So I have people that usually comment on my TikTok that we can't wait to see you and all of that. So I'm super happy to be in Kumasi.
Right.
So please and please, I would love them to come around on Saturday and Sunday so that we get to meet each other.
4 hours, just 24 hours.
That's a deep question.
Kadena will be here. Is it? What did you say, Jaffa?
What's your very suya? Very suya. I'm a president. Chichinga. Ah, what happened?
Jaffa, no. It's not broke guy saying ya mau no. When you want so sradinam.
Wow, that's a deep question. I've never thought of it.
Any the above.
If I have 24 hours
to leave. Obey a day.
I'll spend it with the ones I love.
Oh,
yeah.
That's all.
That's all. Within 24 hours, then obey.
Now 24 hours, you know, all those that you love, because
all.
It's too short for that.
So if it's out there that have 4 hours to live, the loved ones I love will come.
Wow.
That's so deep.
So if you are not there, then it's clarified. I know.
I see.
Wow.
Jaffa, give it to us, your last words for today.
So I have people that usually comment on my TikTok that we can't wait to see you and all of that. So I'm super happy to be in Kumasi.
Right.
So please and please, I would love them to come around on Saturday and Sunday so that we get to meet each other.
How do you call your people?
Hi, Sabinus.
Hi, what?
Sabinus.
Today we are changing it.
TikTok album.
Today we are changing it to Hi Sabinas.
Okay.
Hi Sabinas. It sounds.
And it's the breakdown show with Khobby J. Yeah, I'm prof. We have a chance to say yeah. Now we say in some fear, in some world, and some so the world and kasankasa. It is as we always do, and yeah, the in some biba. Last Tuesday, you started conversation be, and special one has him. Man, a week a cry. In fact, he showed me and now one man and I say, I asked me with bad and I'm Khobby. And I'm here, don't worry. And by Thursday, you remember what to me, I Khobby. And maestro, sorry, special one. I didn't the voice ever told SHS what's the results on them because I want to see me catch Khobby. To do what my special one over fire. And also, you were a special guest. I will show you so. A friend Chidi. Now, Chidi, the hotel and Kay Niger, but Oregana near a friend Chidi. It's an over Chim. The entire friend Chidi. Special, good morning.
Good morning.
Net is saying.
I'm good.
And then 4th December. Yes. I can't create Vina.
I can't 3 days now.
Afina Kugu.
And the way you live in the way the last year 4 by December.
Now, honorable worry.
My Tara but me a monkey is a hand till last year by this time. I wish we can rewind time.
It's even a 3 days time. Not and Thursday.
And we see Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah. Saturday last year 7th Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
This year 7th Sunday.
Or consider Sunday. Sunday and right.
Sunday tell no consider na men amasama Khobby bi wura nkrani Saturday me to aba no kuma me 2 year na me de me hu bo mu na me na ma na me hwe na pese me hu se de capital feeling na nka city me tu anadwo na me na mu
kuma se na kuma se nyede
sa nkrade na nkrade pa nkrade me ko fa ablikuma achire ho ba bi pi jowulu that time na me busy mo jowulu team fa achire wa na later in the night ni wura asikafu no mo na ankasa
yeah na kuma se de pa 2016.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. You know what John 316.
John 316. Wow.
I don't get this song. Hey, serious.
Gana de kamen kwanka afi bianka to aba. Ana mpese hu sa manfu su na bi mu nso sere.
Yeah.
Se to aba no 1 year nka de akonwa no aba obeye adwuma.
But one thing I go point there, my say protect here, tolerance.
Yeah.
Obi ria, obi wa koshe dem di no now more jubilate.
Yeah.
I think that thing is very healthy. Yeah, to us and kebe boy. Chidi.
Boss.
Abishapa.
Afin ko betu yin.
Boko de nanse na ho fa o. Exams na akotro ye na. Say ko use and ko you na aboy ya. Okay.
I say bravo. We experience I will come in the energy now they are preaching a lot of things.
Matias.
Look at me down here.
Matias.
To call here Belmuchinos and I say the net here can and me ham. That we don't say.
Energy na do we na no ding.
Now wedding.
Matias. Enti ene many special ene chidi na editing komo. Now before say we ko ene issues no so. But I mean my gist of it. Say what is say akosia say wa Lumba, my wife. I mean, yes, I'm going to say.
In quotes.
The lawyer, Kusi, Dominion Chambers, or the appeal Nakotu, and any issues they ever discussed. Now, I share what went wrong in a ruling, but the Koyama ruling, it is a buy. But before that, special, now interest or special interest. What's the results now? But it's fire. On my chance.
Opening, most of them quite on my head.
Oh, my feeling about 51% are fairly commerce.
And social studies and so what is it?
And support and social studies here. This is on your master.
Time I go school, social studies is a subject I need to. To be very honest, maybe family days back SHS days. Say my pon class apart from the social studies master back class or all child. Let me say my pon alpha social books and me be that. Man, be that. I remember when I was writing I was see it was science. The next day I social studies. So week now near the best at the first paper was science. Week now near they prepare on about in everything na me was science, integrated science. I know and me social I never learned. The true social Monday, science Monday, Tuesday, my science and farm into a pon paper and you bring me here, salary me down mosque. I didn't even come back to dorm. Me and my corporate prepare me for social. So the next morning I came social studies and upon and be book 1, 2, 3 and I'm book on it. I started a paper and I sat on the paper for 30 minutes. I was not writing. 30 solid minutes. Let me draw here.
Because of why?
And I'm vigilator now invigilator, you know. Madam Millicent about my friend, you are not writing. Why? And I'm so I maybe I want my time. I said, me try a plan. I'm so me try. About for 30 minutes I was still sitting. She was very friendly. There was one lady and now woman chain humu. And I'll catch her again. He said, woman I'm starting. And I'm so on Jan and on training. And again he said, on Jan I said, mommy, I'll come good. So after 30 minutes, she came back and I was still am I okay? And I say I'm okay. After that, I'm starting semi-true. Another 30 minutes later, I was get up. My mom show who pays more so on foreign material. I was foreign material. No, the entire name yes, and said I did not learn. Until we could do any questions, and not a 12-hour meeting.
Yeah,
I didn't know where to start from, so I needed to calm myself down. Now, mechanical and maybe before I begin writing. So after 30 minutes, I think that I was calm enough. I started writing, But time and I was like 15 minutes to stop work. Now I was done. My if Ubi through social studies, Ubi our SHS, I got classroom, 3 years, not social studies. Oh, failure, it tells you where our education system is getting to. I've seen people blaming government. Yeah, politicizing idea, no, and NDC government by YAC, MPP government, so YAC. Opening BBA as a nation. Say you move forward from say DBS here. Remember politics at taking center stage. The nation is heading to doom. Yeah, course saying let's do critical analysis of the situation. At the end of we a torch, let's find solution. At the end of we let's build upon that. The truth of the matter is that your generation over 60% of the youth, but I know more SHS no. People impaired. Education system not failing to the extent that we've given these kids the freedom to do whatever they want to do. Until almost to school, ma, they are misbehaving. They do whatever they want to do. First, akwada nsuya dia ocheche ni wo ho kwan se obepanation and obetema mo akọ class. Even your seniors, ye days are near SHS. A do prep timer, seniors they go around to see that obi wo dorm announcing. But then who senior and one na teacher ni cry etiano. Students in teacher ni how much more senior?
Before some proposition, you need to get into 7 years.
Want to be able to go beat them. Beat them. They go pens and boys and they go fuck us. Fuck us. Where you go fuck at them. Fuck at them. Your chopping penny where you go for you go start at them. Start at them. Want to be able to go beat them. Beat them. They go pens and boys and they go fuck us. Fuck us. Where you go fuck at them. Fuck at them. Your chopping penny where you go for you go start at them. Start at them. Want to be able to go beat them. Beat them. They go pens and boys and they go fuck us. Fuck us.
The very day that I saw this video, me am shame, and I told myself that we are dead. Say SHS near Quada, 8 saw camera seen as I can say, your children people anyway, coffee, I will go fuck at them. You know, Munti, no, I will go sack at them. I was like, what? You go do what? You go sack who? Those days now yeah time now you could school phone no Jimmy your campus because phone wo ho a ye chewa jejiri je me bia me call SHS na ye hu ne phone yi wadi later na headmaster for by na obesesa ntia no na ye nyi wadi but ye chewa ye be say phone no na ya punish wo nti in our presence our assembly ya gi amanfo phone the phone abeto one ka say e man for blog now the phone have to say now the blog na bobo phone so. Now what say no? Yes. But they guide us to make sure say you come out successfully. Yeah, biology master Mr. Gani, no attack us and I was saying there is more sleep after death. And that phone now you see me use when you bro who now hide now and I'm a free nights go. My friend say free after one and I said I'm free after one way and then. A time will come when you leave these premises. Phone, you can use the phone throughout. Opa, men giant to nobody cares. We thought Sunday be not or high, but opinion let me tell you, if I want to be on my phone throughout the night, one of our guys a menjai. There is time for everything. Inti those of us are ni BT, or more no munti no movie or yachewa near panel. So, but to say no, akwadani kuta phone school teacher ni. My who teachers or money inquiry is equal or video sa no more post to any other in school. I think that all these things, our education system, yes, I know. I'm not saying say if you are saying corner anymore, maybe young queen, but I keep saying evangelists do the kind of say, why you careful, I see we are seeing channel means we be channels and maybe as native no now that's maybe as now sagwada, maybe as no enough. We need to be very careful how I just advance it. If kids this age, it's me babontin, ebe catch there say, Mamma for mutifi, ye will square ye by a catch him say ye bejimukunum. We are going to fuck at them. Ye be sack at them. Oh, mamma, no tiffy, only anything we even call sack. But these kids, Omunkwan and baby Omunya, Omu education, no Omundi me free at the age of 15. When we go sack at them, we go fuck at them, we go ride at them. And the all ride them we now cultural exams and results never. Now you fail at them. Commerce what fail them, English what fail them. I must say, young fan question Haruna Idrus and John Mahama. How do we do that? Let's put politics aside. Nyan country and Kwadani say, almost say, the truth is that Kwadano mutual exams now if we now ma fail, you know. They did not start their answer or man started SS when Mahama and Haruna Idrus normal education minister the president. Into a politics a country back trace it and say, and you almost started failing because you don't fail exams in 1 year. That is the truth. We see him failing in 1 year. If the fundamentals are weak, just like Dr. Baumiakan, the exchange rate will expose you into fundamentals from Form 1. A weak, commas. Form 2. Obi a wako SSB I will attest to the fact that Form 2 and SS ni nyina. Year 2, I want ade ni nyina I want to say one year foundation ni year and free Form 1. Now the group Form 2, we do Form 3 na we are you will come and fail at them. The girls, and the truth is that they went to school to learn how to suck at them, how to fuck at them, how to ride at them. And no, maybe you know. If you learn how to ride at them, yeah, senior housemaster, yeah, friend or safe you. Already there's a safe and I'll slap you. Now, my days, SHS, near get back Sarafina, no a musician, Sisakra or Pijanka Cranka cra eba. So, your tech class, I use and Sarafina will be in town. No, the boys are recording you, and as a science student too. I win your time and talent. Yet, throw a see chemistry. Now, senior master, I invigilate here. Or by an Sarafina to win Timintro. And I see Sarafina, you see your life. When your colleagues were in class learning, you were in town enjoying with boys. Also, enjoy what can enjoy. Today, they are here enjoying the paper you want to enjoy. No, Sarafina, you will cry. You cannot enjoy twice. These kids went to school to learn how to enjoy sack at them. Ride at them, fuck at them, eat at them. No how to learn 1 + 1 algebraic expression log 1 1 not throw paper nature. Say you can be when 8 so memoir. Yes. The course kwa kusua into nature there. But no course we go sack at them, we go ride at them, we go fuck at them, we go 1 them. So failure, let us help them. Near establishing constituency in Famom, where they will be teaching undergraduate for now so and how to fuck at them. Maybe young fast of one in Kobom and Penny Bia, maybe young fan Kobo education minister Bia, young country and Quadani say there is future. Kwamanza tia she can sack anybody at any time she wants. Obianen in the problem because when you're the basis not right. When you're the basis not right, but so now watch us and foundation. What's saying is here. We now the next 2-3 months time. We will by 4 celebrities. Internet in this one. They will turn by 4 celebrities. 1, Obeko. When the shoe. When I'm not trying to say, I'm just saying something. Obeko when the shoe. Obeko Zama Disco. Obeko Rapaholic. Obeko Beam Concert. Obeko Hwan. Kwa no akwa run ho obekire eno fo obekire to science say society no ye degenerating into chaos nti na ye ni age ni edu machine ya mo fans they don't have any morals nti baby enam no until ye dey na be see from 1 as parents, 2 as society, 3 ni am education system no at least ya go back to a bit of what we're doing in maybe atwam. Na yem put to principles say mo betime use phones e wo school yenim say technology ene niema but ye will limit ene niema o my way ya go niema too much boss till date and ye ka say there are some countries website bi wo ho one or what of phone data you cannot access it.
Yes. Yeah. It's a inquiry South North Korea card they don't access we are seeing na TikTok yeah, social media.
I've been to Arab for my Su before. Even WhatsApp call, video call. Say, oh yeah, video call. Oh, proper Arab asaswa. Untimi video call. Unless you download VPN. Yeah. VPN also download VPN na oh yeah call na achabro so 3 minutes bia ebe kati. Yeah, part of the world. Mate me afre kwa man that's why me girl na we am video call. I can tell kwa say oh me person me share sorry or nakedness or I am a partner she can decide to show me those places even with VPN the moment she start undressing video never cut o fra enye yebim untimi access porn website at least we can also find a way say look yan kwada na omo school if we have proper system the guide and yema there are some websites that kids below 18 or below certain age will not be able to access. And never be a ye more kwan more money. At least I know about boy kakra.
Special wrap up my hands. I mean, Jawa the whole day with me a fire cries.
But
I send you about a link. Whilst Omo yet far academ, Sakadem,
Eat at them.
Omo SS4 as also are getting laptops for scoring straight A's. Our exam, Omo Troy,
the same Nkorana Abia. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want so you know.
Ready our better the wrap up and yanko.
Well, so the American cuisine and they say, who will be out free? Who will be a oko?
Exactly.
Who you are for so as soon as you so you have a responsibility as a father, as a mother. Sa kwadana wo de na ba wiase no. Dachi. Yes, me ayana woni me niam wo nyina ya na yeme ya. Wiase ai to so per country ba come pride home so me na me pa Ghana ya nya first e be tu.
Yeah, Nigeria first, yes, second.
Yam so ne yedi bone pa. Ye pride ya ho se ye so me nya me chen. Israel for no man dey Christo so many way. Ghana for pride ya say sum Christo chen Israel. Ye pride ya ho say ye nkramufo sen Saudi Arabia for ne. Enti say ye pride ya ho ye niam we nyina na still sa Bible ne Quran na yi so na ka kire say wo ma no ya sudie ema wo aso wofo. Enti say me na me do wa ba sa so a until you attain maturity certain stage we are sudie ema me. It is my responsibility to guide you. But then minim owofo a ne ba wo 18 years 19 years ma many tifie person ne ba no na mpie nkomra na omabo akohoma wo fie. Enti sa akwada we nam na oyesa academ fa academ eno na disika beba man dia bebo akohoma wo fie a can the mother control her?
Yeah, so special and I also know we presec
Legon,
yes. And Minister of Foreign Affairs Okuje to Ablakwa akoche omo laptops, brand new laptops for almost all straight A's, you know. So when they are lining up omo up.
can you imagine?
A HP laptop. So that day in the book. These are ngofo a omo ne saka dem for no throw exam. Omo ne align up. While some of them are sacking, some are also pressing. We almost go street in school bank power no apply omunya. School bank and no apply omunya. That is why last Tuesday we were saying say assessments no more generalizing omunya no school based because there are some schools who really did well and there are schools who are their performance was very abysmal. Omunya no yeah. So this is just by the way now in chairman for say yeah, but at the end of the day, if you put in the hard work, it will pay, right? See, I want to that's it. Yeah, that's Sure. Let me acknowledge the presence of Kwaz. Kwaz about. Musa may be a boy into our elite. And it's I'm saying my name Kasabat. Mum ya Kasache.
Of me.
Inti Masasa. Kwaz Makwaba.
Oh, yeah. Which one is it? Yeah. I look pretty in the cameras, though.
Right. Yanko issues in the bar hall fence, Chili, because I think we don't interest. Oh, yeah. Hip life, high life, legend. High life legend. Obi cross say, can just all turn you more. She more uncle or famous Michael Jackson. But now, it's being cast no crown because one to young brothel or two brothel there, but the most of his songs on there, but it means my argument for him because the kind of songs he did, and then the album, the songs with those one. The number of songs now match up there. It's not competing with Wakujako, but Wakujako will always be Wakujako because already we are in a visible, we are in an entertainer or bigger than him. He said, you don't compare, and it means that you did something and very significant. You can't, Charles, for that is lumba. I want to make it. The most same baby, I'm not free. The year in quotes, issues, court, back and forth. You see, I know dates, you know, about for a year, no. You have 13th December, and you almost have 14th March or so. You know, our system, you know, one person a year. I gather class in the back, the manner shall say a back down. I just say 13th, you know, a basso. It is a basso, say a bushini, say a section of the bushia you live to see. Over the interesting days ahead. Nancy, I don't court, and a court ruling by say, court declares a man in Koyakuna. Because we are spouses of the late Charles Kojofusu. But it didn't sit well with Team Akusha Sewa, headed by Lawyer Kusi of Dominion Chambers. And or they appeal Akko Court. Say court in declare and say, or no, so, and I said the legitimate spouse surviving of. And the legitimate surviving spouse of that Lumba. If I say it's here, Lawyer Kusina Numa Sem Kakra, now for Chidi, Ubum. She said, if it's ready, Nayan share the legendary Daddy Lumba Charles Kojo Fusu. Issues in the court in no. So Doboni, if he cast away a side check, you know, court also declares on so a spouse of Daddy Lumba and team Akuja was no NTS because let it be coy from a Bushia Penny, our friend Bushia Penny to park. Now let her know from on the lawyers, HSA Akuja say, wa and qualify say, or yet Lumba a year no you kuna. And then the cost package are no, and yeah, they are because I have really suffered with that Lumba, so I deserve to be not even semi will be creature, but I'll be the sole kuna for that Lumba. And I didn't know when you know. But I already waiting my call. Waiting my final team lawyer.
Yeah, Akusa Sewa lawful attending advance body in court is a Odobruni a year. Akusa Sewa na our dear type of Mwari, Akusa Sewadi, when to me improve with our warrior Germany. If I can something very important, or say Germany, our dear the crat court is a Odobruni a year. Akusa Sewa na our dear type of Mwari, Akusa Sewadi, when to me improve with our warrior Germany. If I can something very important, or say Germany, our dear the crat and prove. And to be glad and no castle what Germany enough. This is a crater. A crater answer the buy or the way to swing. If we say, Akusa say one Lumba signature. The most candorous of his statement is a young on him the Ecosse, Yakoye Pipes being a diabase certificate, which was impugning on our integrity as lawyers. To me, it's candorous. Or some can say, I dance here. A year, Akusa Sewa lawful attending a dance body in a papa. The papa near Bushman Penny, Preslad, and a papa. You are Preslad or Moncro. And I just spoke to my client who said we should appeal against the decision. And I agree with her. I will prosecute and appeal. You know, judgments are opinions of the judges. And on one opinion, you have to abide by it. Until I say no, I could change it. So that's what we intend to do. A year no dear. Jobe kuna de abusuan na bechire. If a court grant to me so chere, and then the court rightly said it. And the abusuan for no, I be heard obey kuna.
Okay, so what in campus say with the instruction of your client, you know, umba appeal the decision.
Yeah.
Na one
say appeal na ready, I go file it Monday.
Monday, yeah.
So near our court no air judgment in some of the points you raised. The diagrams of appeal Monday filing. Time is not on our side.
Embassy for the
Yeah,
movement.
yeah, because our body is a German is Babefa. So yeah, or a German national. You don't necessarily know Ghana, but or a nationality German. And our client can explore a possibility of getting the German government to say we are interested in the body. All the various, we are waiting for the judgment. Now that it is in, we look at the various options available. Because if indeed they married, now I can court say, it is unfair. When in the eyes of his home country, he's married. Now Bagana was on Waria. You know what it means?
Right, it's Chidi. Say what's it, of course. Lawyer, friend say, I could just say, well, lawyer, and I Cassan. Say, or mobile appeal. It's a ruling, what can happen?
Oh, yes, the ruling is very interesting because if you read the statement of claim now, okay, I say she must be recognized as the sole surviving spouse of Daddy Lumba, and she is legally married to Daddy Lumba. Now, on the documents, echo court say, or no, only Daddy Lumba, yeah. Now, we did judgment from 99 bar BC 104. 99 no a time Akusha Brempoma, a testimony.
Okay, where Akusha Brempa,
Akusha Brempoma, Daddy Lumba, okay. This is the opinion.
Okay.
Or can say Daddy Lumba, wareno, or near Akusha say one a sign. But not as a statement now or Chodema court, no say no whoopee. Yeah. By who we did judgment 99 or Cybercast no whoopee because New Year Daddy Lumba, and then the court. Yeah. Now, I said, new one in the engine of a baby from 99 Barbies 100. Ghana had me saying, say, oh, court. Now, say, all the document if you will be different jurisdiction at the Bagana. There's a procedure also for
okay.
Authentication is very important. Now, the idea be sending a branch, what kind of evidence act in 1975, NRCD 323, very explicit on that.
Nice one.
So, how you can tender in a document from a foreign jurisdiction. Similar issue happened with Jomoro Dieno. People contested his nationality, that she is an Ivorian. They took her to court. Or hire an Ivorian lawyer. Testify man.
Yes.
Now, when the Ivorian lawyer testified on her behalf, the Ivorian law became a fatty in Ghana. It is a lawyer new free baby, but no be church will be a free different country or Ghana. It became a statement of fact to back your case. That is what Akusha Sewa lawyer feel to do.
Okay. See, hold on. Let's say, even though judge, it be onim the laws of Germany, yes. But say onim so
you can't because you need to prove your case.
Exactly.
And our laws are very clear. The judge quoted Akins, JCM, Justice of the Supreme Court, Akins, ruling be on my about a certain case that burden of proof. Yeah. Lies on you, the one who brought your case, who is alleging. You need to prove what you are alleging to become a fact. But also, I became a big Kekenachi court. So, Akosia Sewa needed to prove her marriage, that indeed the marriage was in existence. So, she brought in a certificate. And a certificate is emanating from a different jurisdiction. So, she needs somebody who understands that
to come and
interpret now based statement of fact. And when you are project verdict in the so we did 102 now. The judgment it was clear in it say and communia expert be the buyer and Khobby chichi and can the ruling the certificate be authenticate say ampa in Germany this is how our marriage certificate looks because in the judgment in the judge can say Ghana marriage certificate you pay 2 in a sign but whereas Germany they no omunia experts to prove that indeed, the marriage was existing, and as a marriage in the air, echo so. It will be my Muslim tell you to call embassy now. Consulate need to be say like prove beyond your marriage certificate. What the marriage certificate number by proof said the marriage is still in existence. Yeah. Which we say the last time I had the Kasai. Ukunu how many days wait? You might be no ewa buchi. Ukunu assistant you might so you need to prove beyond the marriage certificate say our any is still in existence, And in this case, she tried to do it. But I thought say they should have based their argument solely on the certificate because that's the only thing that can prove that your marriage is still in existence. If they could have hired an expert from Germany, and I say, oh, you'll be free Germany,
I say be expensive. Why?
and I make say the court, and I'm gonna say, we did Justice Akins. Really, I've forgotten the case. We really are money clear say he who alleges. It's a cargo in fact court. Yeah. You are trying to establish your fact in the courtroom. So into a crime pass over first or establish where we have another fact and fact court. So you need to and when I went to me and you see sometimes assemble let us relax. Okay. Among Fubi was bashing the judge in all these things, but after the ruling, Among McCain will say no, this is technical knockout.
Yes.
Good lawyers
purely technical.
Good lawyers win cases on technicalities. Yes. Ubet me one say why same way a very factual power, but ube loopholes be more punch and that's what they saw. Okay, so because the signatures on the certificate that they brought first one, it was different. Okay, so the first one that came was an extract. Yes. And the extract was really a summary of the whole thing. And a judge and say on some review. And on what they a supposed certified certificate by a judge and say it doesn't tally with signatures. Yes. You know, say based on that, you know, to maybe. And right. I said, look, I'm going to pay 50-50 because the customary marriage is still in existence. One fan sanko, and that's it was actually but the ordinance one and going to be improving the case of court. And when you're going for an appeal, it is hardly said they will allow you to tender in new evidence because you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. I didn't quote that time when some kind of evidence we. I didn't know one farmer this time I also a court of appeal no more acquiring with tendering this evidence. And we people struggle to do that. Kakrebi succeeding near the fresh evidence about Tracy. And we you know so now it was established in it when they talk about the domicile. Say baby another Lumbati. Or choosing us in the home country. That Lumba chose Ghana as his home country. Because Germany knew a trouble now, so over the years in Hanoi, even though he is a German national, but it doesn't change the fact say he's still a Ghanaian. Yes. But I say Ghanaian because everything about him is here. Hanoi decided so better now about the bride PPR. So that one too they lost. It's no case we not be answer that I just idea the mama for be say Oko quarter prepare yourself well. Exactly. What worries do the needful. And your certificate in Kwan say the marriage is still in existence. You need to prove beyond the certificate. Yeah. Because in the statement of claim, it's abandonment in and the judge also says the period of years no JNC constitutes abandonment. General can intimate for 10 because the marriage is still in existence. Because our and abandonment automatically fulfill the marriage. Our and Timami Akusia say, well, I don't fault her. She had a case. I could beat me prove court, but technicalities and I'm an idea losing the case. What do you say? Chili with us a part. Chili or Fantabia, and me mark my alcohol law. Things over here, wash it. I think we see 8 to 2 some nona. Obey a very good lawyer. I'm betting my last person on this. Say NGBA, Chili, a friend Chili Richard, on Trinity into and 4th December. He said it here.
Lawyer Chidi.
Lawyer Chidi. Richard
Lawyer Chidi. Yes. Everybody. And your friend Chidi Esquire. Very good. But you see there, when young English student, they all got your entrance now.
Yeah,
oh, really? Makola.
No, I'm coming to start the post degree. After the post degree, then I will.
And you know what? I shall say a pain. Now, I see a brunkuma, a good shining to the Tikuma could you never swim.
So I've been saying,
a brunkuma. Again, a brunkuma, a good shining. Impuna air tipum.
Oh, I see.
Now, ever so a libra.
Mate, but it's one of a buy him at the pub, but the exact where's name. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I say, car no, some pony no when you tickle bars, and yes, a car, some pony or come because he no believe. Tickles Bagana about. Now, when him say, one thing people are refusing to know, and I say, Mecca say they are not refusing. They don't know. They say there were 3 types of marriage now. Yes. There was the traditional one, which is customary, and there was the ordinance one. Ordinance no one is therefore ordinance monogamous.
Right.
What I say? Monogamous is just one. And you what the Habib Mudi Islamic one. Say we are Islamic, you know, and that's how we are the customary now. And we are on its own. But the you know, Nancy, you're quiet customary, no. Yes, I quiet the ordinance. The moment you do the ordinance, it cancels the customary. That is what people don't know. It cancels it because even Quran said the offering is a traditional one. Quran, so what the Bible never ring to pass. Yeah, it seems to be traditional. It becomes a ordinance. You get it? It's a mad. That Lumania could just say, "Wa quiet ordinance." They were Germany. Say if they were able to prove, say ampa it was made that it means that it cancels or more customer in there or I say now a normal chance for people to marry more than one. And the country court in regional so say or moving in a legitimate wife of a Lumba no. Until somebody near prove say Germany one was authentic. And no man will be to prove authentic. And one Mukofa a lawyer from Germany one about explaining actually in Ghana for. And I said 2, marriage certificate, everything you prove say authentic. And no crowd no nanka has a lawyer. Everything you can say, judge na kasa crano, omuma order, and I know order crampona, omun chonko, the German embassy, no provide omun with those documents. Which
the Ghana embassy, the foreign affairs can even do it.
Yes, say a home ampire, omo de beba. What I say, and also now, man who will be say, not judge, you know, and consider Sadian and a ruling. Didn't see a man for so forth.
It depends on who defense or the back one be pushy judge into some limit. If a case a lighter, the judge will base on that. No, true. Now, Chidi a lot of work or assembly. Now, so already Germany for Nemra. When it comes to Awaria, Germany Mrabaka will say marriage ceases to exist. Say couple no echo for 1 year. The word 1 year is underlined without seeing each other. I think I have it here. Let me see if I can read that. That will help. In Germany, if a married couple lives separately for a period of 1 year, it can be presumed that the marriage has failed and a divorce can be granted. Now, it's a over presumption. I'll say 1 year separation. It explains. A 1 year separation can be enough for divorce to be presumed, particularly if both partners request it or one partner agrees to divorce. In this case, Yatete from other courtesans say Lumba wanted divorce. Omako for more than 1 year. Germany for them and say, aside this one, another Germany krona and omumra ewa wari say, sebene kwas et nefi ye cohabitated for 6 months. Some of your cause one day, many and one day, cause becomes my wife.
Ghana,
even under our customary, it has it has the former and the
yes.
So you see where Emma Ahuja say was difficult. Now, period of 1 year. I would said Germany krona would claim Wawarian. As a 1 year. Now who partner it is agreed say Awarian had a good. So already into my details are Ebeka was saying the period of 1 year. They believe that semene kwas and a yawarefua, irrespective of problem, distance are a war yentem. Say yawarefo nkwadia, I want to find a way to see kwas want to find a way to see me. A situation whereby it goes beyond ye no ye rich. Say bia be because ye bintina binti. There should be an attempt. Intinkayeka say for 16 years nina yamami akuza say one lumba dem eti yemeboa. You see, omu. Senka or call court. I know what evidence said. The entire HD castle or this certificate, went me and prove beyond the certificate. Because judge in Webusa say, certificate name Kwan, walk 1 year now, Germany, Cromra now, they can watra. Now, in those years, now, what you are opinion, and a more bay and a 2 year. Say, oh, evidence of ABR ticket. Wetwa some bookings be a why you're trying to see him at ABR. And here maybe a beyond way at my those things it becomes evidence to say so oh ABR afi 2020 me to ticket anka me ba Ghana abehu mikunu and ABR BBC my ntimi you can print the electronic ticket of we now we you know ABR 2021 that lumba eto ticket nanka opeso ko German and ABR ya renti we ntimi anko. There is an evidence of that. Those are near a bit more back to or normal certificate. But the situation whereby it is only certificate. I'm running say 1 year ubi a would donor only was something in common. Montana 1 year without seeing any panel. I think that lawyer near now for me dear. But the beer the entire Oman Pushibe going to bring German lawyer doing what they knew that 1 year nephew. The woman never make any attempt. Beman so any attempt. Okofa German lawyer craba with this interpretation and explanation. A cat and a obo. Point number 2. Almost share evidence ni kutomona. And who he has say be a but ya Ghana. Let's try and push. Anya cry. A lot of people behind Team Legal Wife. Let's push on moral grounds. Judge, will look into substance be any but when it become legal matters and involving legalities, I am not adventure and yet be so you need to go extra mile. My who appeal no person more video now or the senior I was listening to the video. Lawyer name seminar no kind of explanation. I've never been to law school before. But I know the catch will say even lawyers will tell you say the application of common sense is the first idea I will apply when looking into cases. Me any explanation. Me law student, me call law school that, but I can tell on fact. I am not pre-judging whatever we are ever. But from where I sit, any the little I've read about German law when it comes to our area, anyhow the case is going. So we have to me to advise them not to appeal.
But I don't know my area.
Then tell them guys say, "Come me wa futua." The little that I have read. And I know somebody who lives in Germany or similar issue. How was the back and forth and then the AC echoing the judgment the judgment that came after. Anyhow, and same way Nipano or also the private dues, so I cannot area go much into or no warrior any moons and but so tenacity dino titi and comfort the end in the emma. Now the wife in the air to one. Say mena me pay lawyer the renze. Lawyer Kusia. Kami tu amofo eye ne ma ne mi ne nko ye ye na asum dwemra
nti on say judge no me nka say me feel say based on the fact say na akusia say what the end was customary and na odoboni the end was customary based on the abusia panyin mu e kan it's a customary dia and here omo bi no nyina ye spouse of
now say upushia the end kra ekọ to a certain stage. Said the na o explaining on the man. The moment obey if ye I for now the ordinance.
Yes.
It cancels the first one.
Yes.
In a situation where Odobro in a camp no crowd want to prove and also push to be the sole she says I was in my minute kind of sole surviving spouse. So Odobro in conference so much almost be pushy to become the sole surviving spouse. Or case where they have case and they say ordinance no more Germany if that was done a council
customary
in that case and no does not exist.
But I don't see when that happens Odobro so will not come in here. The law will not recognize Odobro as a spouse because honestly
but Abusuana recognized because why if you there that's what I'm saying say at the end of the day
I don't know who the court can charge the husband for bigamy. That is the issue.
No, before court, no, ever charging for whatever you call it. No. That our arena, you can court to be now, so they are charging. That our arena was not in existence.
It wasn't proof.
No, maybe
yes.
Because the law says it's saying, so when year that Lumba did not marry Odobroni just some way into the 1 year period, lapse. In that case, Okrano on your wife. And if the man has gone 1 year without seeing you are German and man who can say he's a free man.
Okay.
So a very free man no is ya kwamanza na ono kwamanza kwa the court
where you are coming from now.
Indeed, there are so many
dynamics in the thing
for peace to reign.
Yeah. We got the energy. Yeah. I'm casting especially. I'm casting on channel into.
No, we are not done. I hear you. I don't know. We do a guardian. She never who say billboard case you 13th December that the lumber year of Bayara. Me who be was say is that so I'm run about me who I'm a picture and I'm a say. Ye back and forth ye appeal. Omudi appeal no mu Sa sum ba no mu nyina agitum say ya giatum. Afraid a year young conquer man in enquire. I am saying somebody will trigger Japadi when you before say a year.
The alacrity and the swiftness with which somebody appeal upon they want to decide a new man fast and start a year number so because once they say if or more time is a interlocutory decision.
Yeah.
I know the interim decision is taken. You have 21 days to appeal. But if it's a full decision, you have 3 months to appeal. But when you really never, I think on Friday, Monday, I'm appeal in the court. You understand? It's me feel say they should come together. Young job of Panaquine and my own call. Now, so over the spiritual aspect of it, I think the Kunano, what it does to Obano and it's a breaky the connection between
the dead and the living.
The mommy won't have so you couldn't. The other person who did break you on in there is still existing. No, maybe I'm a cassette. Early stages of Lumba a career. Mammy, a Kusia say why. The latter part is Odobuni. It's only no meaning uncomfortable.
No, opening baby out team into him without question. But in per se, or the chemi, no without question. They are so on, sir. Emma Winnie, and the oboa, Emma Winyeska. So Uncle for me, and why now be holding in high esteem, pa?
Because your soul, my son, your or friend, mammy, so Olusu garden, I can be a cram at the wasron, or I'm a whom I'm a wabe. And I dear, honest wasron. So no one be more Bianca back on Sano, and where point they could do. Then to us also would have become a problem for
okay. I got you. As I said, once and a judge in the indigenous Buasam and one will buoy. And one will buoy no meaning. Yeah, quite a ben, you only probably should man. That's Lumba the lawyer.
Tell you about Papa she.
Papa she is that
What is what the lawyer? I know a lawyer.
I said, Baba Java representing.
But I don't know who's the lawyer.
As at now, or Mumba, but you need to jump some in the lawyer and Miss Wanepa. You will in the area. The will of that Lumba will be
right.
Yes, by them.
In terms of Omuna,
for that too.
They now lawyer no ever say why your matter than your friends say. Now what to do a goose where you ref your friend which I was say. Come team legal wife team side chick momra. Now I was a penny to park and then call for some momra. Now you may read the will of Charles Kojo Fusuno that day.
Not a video.
Oh, but
if you are watching this by this time, I am dead.
But me, I you say the dead example for the living. Me who near maybe say so you be a wabobra wabejiti when you sika or home door so can cry near there. The echo so the lumba ni wuechi. In front of home. Me na me wa. Kaba this time come afraid my life be my neighbor so the camera and I see me so I must start recording my way on the tour.
But Habib, we also know, and you may move. The reason why in Tiamu say, Mamma Kosia say, why is challenging it more, he say, if the court is able to establish or quite to establish, she say, she is the sole surviving spouse and our wife of that Lumba. There are certain aspects in will that you can challenge statements. If you are to my wife, to my wife. Video that time the wife was Odobru. To my wife, maybe she has to return it because
I say, or cut to my wife, no one specific.
One specific.
Yeah, she be to my wife for Odobru.
Yeah, specific. Or cast it to my wife with you can go to court and challenge your friend is so Swiss. So Swiss will challenge. Whereby you are challenging some statement to my wife, to my friend, which was my friend. Maybe at that time, not a friend here, Prof. We were friend view. So which friend are you referring to? To my sister. Maybe any sister now, can you name the sister crop? We so claim say my sister. And no. So we can challenge something.
It is a class. And on the papers, Mr. and Mrs. Saki. What do you say? Quasi we say, as I say, when our rent is because Mr. and Mrs. Saki could be anybody. Maybe Dean Saki.
This could be your father or mother.
Maybe Dean Saki. But who ban? Your name is not included. It's whoever is with me at the moment of such dispute.
So any person so a wife that person is also referred to.
Say Mr. Saki and Mrs. Kwamanza Saki. And then she said Chidi can be. It could be a reason. It could be a oh, they say, "Hana making say, many cars or and I see a busy guy. Cars say one more assassin. Is the end tones in Chasa.
No, and the kind of Chidi, I think that Chidi was right. How I will explain it now. Say, Odobru ni or Akusi or whoever wins case, say, legally or no one regarded, say, or your wife. If in a will, Nipaneka to my wife, and before you be ready, will I establish, say, Akusi say one your wife.
Yeah.
Odobru ni your wife. Whoever you term as wife, if the will says to my wife, automatically goes to that person. But meanwhile, another time and anybody he was referring to somebody else.
I really wish to say in Luho because and also it will be terrible.
Baby, I kika kono so die. You bet me after that.
I wish to say he was smart enough to really mention names and kasa.
He knew what he was doing.
Smart dear.
He knew what
that the lumba is smart. But situation ya ye wom sisi ani bibi ejina na mi the one na mi hu no na mi susu sen ko me ya rusha stage ni wu achi
pass and what ni wa
I'm enjoying the conversation.
Edu say from Oba's perspective, put yourself in the shoes of a man in you. Na give us how they are feeling right now. Man in because of your banting, you understand them better. Once a lawyer could say on it the clients, which is Akusia say waka side, no man go ahead so one appeal.
One appeal.
Yes.
Okay.
And see what could have informed that decision from Obano. And I say BS was and what and I decided to own DHB what would have informed your decision not to pursue.
Okay. Let me start with the first wife, the team. Let me start with the legal wife. I've not really paid attention to that the lumba giddy like that. So some of the nitty-gritties I really don't know. I hear but I don't really pay attention, right? But then what would inform the first wife to pursue this case giddy is for her children. Because I believe, assuming they me that I'm sitting here, na then another woman comes in and says she's my father's first wife. You think my mother will sit there? Somebody who has stayed with this man since. Do you understand? So in this case, my mother can go and appeal that if not for her children. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is what will inform Akosia Sewa to say that I am pursuing this case to the latter. If Priscilla also says, if Odobroni, she's Priscilla, yeah? If she also says that, you know what, I'm letting this case go, then it could be that ye chasey, ye pushy, you know. Yes, shim. Maboko. So let me step aside. I'm only taking it from the perspective, assuming the case, there was no ruling yet. If I was a side chick and I would let the case go, it means me and what's not from shade the man.
But we know
It's not favoring.
Or Bruni no on cancer is I should go. On also your wife.
Yeah, she's a wife.
But everybody is referring to her as a side chick because
no crowd. Another side of Germany for no Embrano anyway. Now when we are out from our spouse no for a period of 1 year now you classify you consider say our no a go we are the next question twice or and say in that period now ote or partner ninka not formal means informal means say na ote ninka e dey na e koso na brabum to say that the Lumba's case in that period oni oba afoforo awo baako mienu miensa enan enum ensia nti wona na ose oye wife nti enum amemfa ni num ye pa mu ensia kwara na 6 but ye wo se ka boma sa period na wo akosi ase wa na wo ho na ukunu ni ho a ontenenka like say ontenenka formal but ote say ono oba bia wo baako ono oba bia wo mienu ono oba bia wo miensa enan anamo be na wutu ye.
And according to the story plano apart from the last born omo can nyina citizens of Germany you dey nkrata one kasa you know say nkrata sem ni nyina you are aware say ya omo nkrata omo ye German
nti anamo be na wutu edfa ho so you sat down all these things echo so it means that you were not concerned pay omo yes it means that you were not because a bema o se odona oye wukuna oye wo de so I bet na baby 1 year on tenenka within 1 year na enkwada nnumu sinsia yemfa 1 year wo mo and what is you say oh bema e wakwa akobako ideally you are supposed to calm down or do whatever to see the person in person physical contact now only can sort out every differences but one in that is regarded say only nipa na yedin mo wie till America said the judges no sorry the lawyers no they know all these things. I'm very sure say no man how want to go hire a German lawyer.
They say they didn't help their client.
Lawyer need
if that is the case, they are maybe a client now sue you.
Lawyer and I know you post case when if I could think that lawyers now one she can take them on are fine, but the lawyers are also protecting job. You know, lawyers are too smart. Onim say case now old the client the case yet the kind, but that is why all represented the said person. You need to fight. At the law court, we don't speak the truth, but we speak fact. But if you are not able to gather your fact well, but the lawyer know fact. To putting the fact together, you may be asking, no, a dim could that's the case. Yeah, quite near the power, but court in the Encocandia no crew, you can't do all fact.
So, class, not any more montano, because young educated almost say sometimes it's a court ruling bar. You don't know the details of the course or course of in the end, I have Nasa we are judge 80 when in
the defense the court.
But defense and if I can't but say in this case, you know, say on face value, dear some koha. But then naturally can. Almost fast normally down. There were loopholes in it. It's judge and so basic on that and at the end.
It means that I mean because of a German lawyer, but that's it. What the banner defendant and also to me pushy German lawyer and say okay. So we will be and to being careful. Be our no intending for 1 year. And also saying that German man not only establish yes. It means that also establish or discredited marriage. Situation.
I'm sure they know that is why lawyers know the not.
So I
agree with people because man won't go for appeal.
To be very honest,
the lawyer in the bar because they are allowed for cross examination.
Yes,
and also be pushing. I'm also to me establish German men what I say. Then it means you are cautious when you to bring evidence say the marriage is still in existence. It be a lumba. That me text WhatsApp. It needs to be authenticated. Is it genuine WhatsApp text message? Call bang.
What do you say? lawyers do bro ho a se clients dey store ayi bro mo cases bro mo omo ni kan examine case na hu abi wa kosi
o say they are precedent
no they advise it wo share our story we need to say oh say the German lawyer be mo say this you advise your client sometimes you know what must settle out of court out of court but when you go ahead not ruling no against you and then you are appealing again so
you know when people are peeved when people are peeved that can be on corner so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying that is what happened or that's not what happened, but I wouldn't be surprised the lawyer advised Akosia Sewa no winti. It is very much possible.
You consulted out my client and she gave me the go ahead to appeal. It's one of the appeal some
No, I'm not even talking about the appeal point of view. I'm saying the case no be fresh. And I won't be surprised the lawyer needs to know for the way this thing is going and can pay out of court settlements and I am settle with you. Do you understand? It could be there would soon for now.
Asemba ni dance here. Asem na ni twa ho dia dance. Sa appeal ya papa pushing it say there was no advice there was no such advice.
So we a lawyer now tell us say really the pros and cons now who's a case now or filing. We every good lawyer will not initiate the appeal process. So the fact that or initiated the appeal process it means that still or that belief or the firm no say they are capable of defending Akusia Sewa. Yes.
Well, because I know that some people that some lawyers that they know that this case you don't have a case, but they have this way of maneuvering through the law to make your case substantial.
Most lawyers win cases on technicalities.
Then probably that's what
they know. Say be as if you have to test it by law, be difficult. But a court na say you shall say kasa and I won't say as a kwan de chiri and my fetch you on from this in boys all confusing.
Yes.
By the time boys as a similar nation kuku mukra no yaba. In same one man kuku in same way we yaba. It's all ready judgment in our send bra Akusha bring pomaka send bra confining in here say man can say be or ne or do ni IC. But when it gets to court you need to open up.
You cannot keep.
You can't keep. Prof, I think that one day we will need to have maybe a more expert when it comes to our area any those things maybe or may educating any viewers near listeners. Unim say there are most people you crew ha or maybe say many course area say a best sign in crata witness no should be so course witness I should be quas busuani me witness I should be me busuani but in law court it is not like that but there are people who say ne yet yes many quas can agree say ye pay ho ye pese ye ware na me add more chine be ware in presence of prof oni chidi me more me busuani bi ama ne ba na ya ware and it's accept yes it's accept but people don't know that omadun yo say yes before so be ware no say unya o ma me o papa ye can witness when you read the meaning of witness when it comes to this case, it will tell you say somebody should be there just to see say ampani kofu emi that is witness. So it does not necessarily mean say your family, but how you say no. So I say when most of us don't even have these things your fingertips. And just near kwaku when say near kwaku say later you say.
But we are going to
anyway.
Because reason say because of how our system is here. You know me be to court worry. Ibenya chidi ne special bear witness no problem. Na se ba ku free mu a
no problem.
Yeah, because of busu atenten na I am money anyway.
One na issue no. Eti e ma say me na me free. Oh me we japade bebre. And then you are coming to claim what? When did you come? You don't know you didn't put that.
It's our first time.
Now, it's over no buy.
Oh, if you are crying, I'm a share prof for such a even
that is where the issues in now. Issues in other than that, say I prefer the any of my worry. Obi kura at me, I catch any parents, because I'm worried about it. Or some castle, but not near Johnny. No more no more
Lookment.
A trade G as if you but he hasn't yet and but there are so many dynamics in animal and to be in lessons to us. I was in Shia, but that Lumba or what's saying now or a lot of influence in the songs. We as or still is influencing. That might
no the castle on transfer or Baba Cooper and me couldn't a man pimple try your
that man is a great one. He's really a great one.
Jem was it or Baba Cooper pursue see it in the pan wedding can't
I think personally I think the Akosia Sewa has an ulterior motive because 16 solid freaking years.
And how the engine call because he who knows it feels it. The tree is there, the ordinary jano.
But wait too.
Because my name's among force will be cast. Na or tries or beba. Bana Luman and Pes or beba.
Why don't you come to Ghana?
Which will take it now,
if you are coming to Ghana, you are going to Aqua Safari. Who is
there are
stopping
stories
you?
like that.
My question is sometimes ding be bringing
good.
Don't factor the person's status.
Or
voice out if people
and I'm
voice out.
DTN and Yama be so yeka and a child ticket and our bag Ghana. Ever share a bushia for one who nimpu and a bishop of Ghana semi abbey. So who defend you, Kisa? There are ticket evidence there, Wabagana, Lumba or Ghana. Nobody will force you bring pictures or buy wouldn't go see a child. But 16 years now, when we check through the immigration service, any way, you've been there for 16 years. Unsi hada. Inti ema de ne dene. But they don't care. Waba in that period. Fine. Yeah,
that was 2018 and Lumba Khobby.
Fine. If there is evidence of that and then honestly to me they can't need defense. They be a me buy. Yeah, any names of any but at the law court is not going there to tell the court that me mammy.
They say you still have to prove. And I cause for I say. Oba be your mammy, o mammy in our buy.
Yeah. So mammy and Kaoma. It's a ukunu who here wa and ka by the year see here there.
Technicalities in
the serious case.
Ebia, lawyer could see he being a lawyer, maybe who knew be. In fact, that series we make recommend this amount for suits.
Yeah.
Oshe sa we now use a lot of things will make sense to you. There are some cases I would say asem we there ma shekwa asasuma ma watiahwe ama owu
obekwa ko di
bem stay court no na ya kokon se da bi me bo na sum no na obi o ho nti pa kon na epia no na free be come back
this a cause and when defending who say
cause and when defending who lawyer na ntimi anyi yi nsema say indeed me anga sama sum bo na ma ne ekwohwe owi dia afam ho di
cause I think was entisa Khobby Asebi working in Paris were entitled to a lawyer. Can you imagine?
You are proving you are proving
you are innocent,
you are
not
guilty
until
proving
But then I think another problem, because I really don't know how, but another problem I think I've noticed with Ghanaians, especially with our, respectfully please no offense, with our illiterates, is lack of expression. You see, I was watching this reality series, and it got to the reunion and we were bashing somebody. And one thing I realized was the other girls could express themselves. They knew how to communicate. They knew how to use words right. But the other one couldn't. She realized that everything is going against her. Are you getting? So if Akosia Sewa knew how to communicate, and even if it is with Chi, express yourself well. Do you understand? Because you can be speaking Chi and you can speak such that the lawyer will now, it's the same Chi we are all speaking, but the lawyer will now have to call Chidi to come and explain what she's saying, because it's like you are expressing yourself in a language that is not difficult to understand, but it's like it is deep. Do you understand? You are using certain expressions to explain events that happen. Do you understand? But if you cannot communicate, you cannot express yourself. If everything you want to use harsh words, harsh languages, and accusatory words and things like that, Charlie, you get.
everybody needs a papa she in his life. He needs or her life. As I'm never say papa she say or you right or you wrong. Me channel from the way I old defend it, Akosia Sewa, and the cause of Akosia Sewa. Everybody needs a papa she in his or her life. Seriously.
She knew what happened at the start of Louis' career. He knew what happened. I was at the latter part of it.
Yeah.
Same enough for no more sharp than was.
Yeah.
Tell him some no quasi. I am your twins after not the intimacy none of you should have. Hope you know some no back for now. Don't know
What happened?
Yeah.
And you are only going to dwell on reported speech.
Oh, yes.
In fact, the issue is such a person, it helps.
No, a good friend is someone who defends your name in your absence.
It really, really helps.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a papashi. Who is your papashi? Do you have a papashi?
In my papashi is in heaven.
Especially our papashi. Do you have a papashi in your life?
I don't know.
Chidi is where? You have a papashi. Nice. Everybody needs a papashi.
Yeah, until you know why I said so, I don't know.
Yourself, I don't know. Seriously.
To say Chidi the year or also Unimnipan until say be better.
Okay, your fan say, all things being equal. Do you have a papashi in your life? Or I used to pursue.
Me can say ABA, but until I send back to me, the person will stand in for me. You know, I cannot defend the panic. In them, because
I get it.
A good friend is somebody who defends your name in your absence.
I get it.
So I bet to say, Prof. ne kwa stay because Chidi I say no Chidi on team yes until Chidi side say why you so on you. No what tie ginam obe defend Chidi sa we are no from back Jack. Kote so mo kan was I say we are Chidi so Charlie adere bia me yours. Me dem akoke kama adwia. That's somebody you can call a friend or a brother.
Yeah.
Obe defend where we are so ababa be we but sa some to dia sisi a tie Chidi bet my friends any panisia so Charlie me so obekasa ampa but my bala tendency.
Judas, you have a Judas in your life.
Even 500,000 Ghana cedis information is or the Madiama.
You have a Judas in your life.
But my cat also will be offer me $200,000 for information.
$200,000.
Yeah, for information on yes, information on somebody I know. I didn't know penny be. I look at. I'm like. That time was another dollar 17 cities no. That was big. That was big.
200,000.
Yes. I look at the person like this, I smile, I'm like, oh, in fact. A friend and I do 12, and I'm so at the chair. At that chair, no pair ball 6, no, you know, I'm a coyano. Why is it? Open him femfa. Till date, the said person I'm defending. Me yes, I had man. Me see no, he is not even aware.
So that person has a papa she, but he doesn't know.
Yeah, he's not even aware that I did that. Me see, and I will not tell him until.
So further notice.
Yeah. Nti ubia ne say do any obi wa 5,000 Ghana cedis is even enough. Obi kura apio quarter.
I don't go answer.
So say ambassador. Go media KB go 20 Ghana. The job is done. Yeah.
Alabi, do you have a papa she in your life?
Hey!
Arantipa? What papa she? Patience. What papa she? You need a papa she. Everybody needs a papa she.
We are going to have papa she, like I say. Does he have a papa she in his life?
Yes. Oh, do okay.
Now what can
Lawyer be too careful. Those days and they was and I don't want to mention his name. Say, me whom I'm a dream who I'm in Tiasi. Yeah, now some bambe frame me could defend. Lawyer Ben won't so I pay.
On so Kasimu.
Okay, me mo open some money dia metumi abonidi. O say mo asamba ye na mo frame ye ko defend. Lawyer Ben na mo hu say wa ye pay. O wari fie wi wa wie. Sa o tse e wo tirim tse de me metie wo me tirim say nya me hira ma me do level na mpese me duru na I will not marry one.
And even with yours, more than a car.
Nti adna
Yes,
adna say me kokoye pay pop because me no me suma me kwan say o say ware nan untimi a me yensa untimi a mienu untimi a ba ko nti ba ko na e the last woman enye for na e last woman every esoro na e bofom
the maximum we are 4.
yeah iti me wo ho kwan say metimi a ware for adna say me ko ware ba ko wi a mmakọ akoye pepe no makọ akosensa ochina e bia ne komanza na menene wo ho na oboa mahu enye be ochina me na makọ akoshia patience also offers something different komanza is not offering. I want to add up say me ho so na metimi a because ma chichire me nsa wo komanza ho nti mu hu de moye mu hu
It's true.
mu hu de moye mu
But I don't blame them. So you see, your phones operator also part C, prof. Me like this that I'm sitting here. It is in my head and in my heart that I'm over grand ceremony, traditional wedding, and I'll do that one first. Then after a year, now consider if I'll do customary. But you see, the day, ordinance. Maybe I'll go to church and go and bless or whatever it is. Probably after 1 year.
Even with that one too, it has a process because the minister that is supposed to gazette.
Gazette.
With the
Even the church in the cry has to be gazetted.
And I'm a patcher say, after I have finished my traditional, then I'll now see how I'll go and do my friend is saying ordinance. Do you understand? Because this thing when I went to tell my mother was like, you need to take it to the church for God to wait.
Enti uno especially man and there was a more very particular about the kind of our area bemano at air warrior. Say a traditional, not some they trust them any ring the bemupa and your traditional namoya, issues bad. Come here, you'll be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth. It's rightly so. If you want to marry, most type of marriage are mobile. So a customary, you bet my worry 50,000. But if you marry under the ordinance, it is monogamous. So for back, but how can you be charged for bigamy? What I say? You charge for bigamy. It will be a very careful pass. Oh, yeah, bear mat now it means no baba. Go for the customary. Actually, but and also be mindful. So worry about go and register. Worry me no go and register. Say oh my worry back. Second one I'm miss I worry my register. The third one you have go and register. That just yes.
That crew nyatama you may discuss it. I say be ma worry back and so worry.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I like that conversation.
Not an African man.
No.
Not only an African man.
Men naturally are polygamous in nature. If you know you cannot stay with one woman, if you are dating, let's say Chidi knows he cannot stay with one woman. Let me know that because I can't stay with one woman. Then we'll do traditional.
On that note,
you cannot do one woman.
Your time has soon.
Chidi be catch out na say only Chidi date na that Chidi tell about one
conversation. It has been very
I won't leave you. It's understand.
Yes, we are signing out. I mean, I don't want next week Tuesday. We wish you a special. I mean, that's a power for coming. Commander.
Prof. If you know you can't marry one, let us know. How come you messing us up like that? If you told, if you were told, Akosia Sewanka, all this won't come.
Okay. Okay.
Choose what you want. Decide to stay with it.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Thank you so much. Now, Tuesday, it has been Prof and the panel members. I'm hoping number Tuesday over Tuesday. Probably that debate in us starting. Probably Tuesday, be sure someone will be joining us. Hi, Tofiakwa TV, Time TV, Prof. Mboa Ibisha, Makramunina, Musi.
Sabinas, today I'm 4 hours, just 24 hours.